Hi guys, hello, welcome back. If this is your first time here, hi, I'm Celia. It's great to meet you. If you are returning, thank you for being a subscriber or a return viewer. Today we are gonna jump into the world of Penhaligon'S. I was first kind of like introduced to Penhaligon'S through shopping in a Neiman's years ago. I saw it, I thought it was so interesting. You know, the bottles have really interesting, decals on them. I'll try and put some of these on the screen so you guys can see the interesting, designs, I guess you could say, of the bottles. And actually I do have a pamphlet here because I just got the Discovery set. I did smell them back in the day and I thought they were interesting, but nothing really stood out to me except for this bottle with the deer on it. I really like that. I like the antlers. But to be honest, you guys, and I've talked with a few of you on YouTube, in the comment section, and on Instagram about Penhaligon'S, and a lot of us felt kind of the same way, where it's like nothing really stood out to where it's like, oh wow, I love that, I need that, that's something that I don't see myself going without. I have yet to find a scent, like a fragrance inside of the entire collection where I feel that way. I thought I would feel that way about the Favorite, but the Favorite to me, the Violet, is a little too screechy. And I actually wore it for 2 days straight and was just very much like, I cannot do it. Felt a little nauseous wearing it, to be honest. This is just my opinion. It's a very incredible marketed line and house, and I love the way that they do their marketing. But for me personally, and maybe I'll have to revisit it over and over again and see if things change, but to me, I didn't necessarily love the Favorite. Like, I know a lot of other reviewers say it's like amazing. I didn't have that same experience. However, Luna, and I found myself really enjoying Luna. Luna is very fresh, it's very clean. I'm gonna spray it right on my hand. I'm wearing Cavalli today. I have on Vanilla 21, I think it's called, mixed with white flower, or Deja Vu. And so I already have fragrance on, so I'm not gonna be trying it on skin for this one, except for I'm gonna put Luna on my hand just to tell you guys, because I did wear this one day and I was just blown away by how good it was. And I actually had someone, a long time friend on Instagram, write to me saying that she really loves Luna. And to me, it's very clean. It's kind of lemony. It's like lemony, musky. I'm gonna look up the notes for you guys, but this one's very like lemony, fresh, kind of musky. It dried down to be absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful. And it was one that I really enjoyed wearing. And I could see myself buying Penhaligon'S Luna. And this one launched in 2016. The top notes are lemon, which it really opens strongly with that lemon, you guys. It's I didn't smell so much of the bitter orange. The bergamot complements the lemon. In my mind, bergamot's very similar to that like citrusy lemon. So it's just a flattery, but you really smell that lemon, but it's not like a cleaning solution lemon. It's more of like just a fresh kind of sugared lemon. It's really pretty. The middle notes are gonna be rose, juniper berries, and jasmine. You pick up more on the jasmine in the middle notes and not so much the rose. The rose kind of shines through, but the lemon does something with the rose that makes it just kind of like this sweet kind of sugary lemon, like floral lemon. And then the base notes are gonna be balsam, fir, musk, and ambergris. But you don't really smell the ambergris too much. It's more of that musky dry down. You definitely don't smell the balsam that much either. So this one, absolutely stunning, really beautiful. And this one would be one where I would buy the full-size bottle of the Luna. I just thought it was very wearable. This one would be a more safe blind buy if you tend to like the citruses. If you want something clean for summer, like a clean musk for summer, great for that. This would be good for office. It just smells really like sugary fresh. It almost smells kind of like a lemon drop. So the ones that I ended up really liking are Halfetti. I did not like Juniper Sling at all. That one smells literally like a gin, like it's like a gin and tonic. Impressa was okay. It was just super unique. Like, to me, Penhaligon's is almost kind of like borderline designer. It's, you know, I kind of feel like it is kind of in a way, more designer-ish, but it also like has such a weird twist of events in a way too. Like, it's unique, but it's kind of like a designer fragrance. So for the pricing, it just makes it kind of like one of those like houses where I would be just buying it for the bottle or just buying it just to have it. And in my mind, I'm just like, I don't know. So the other ones were Duchess Rose, which I didn't really enjoy Duchess Rose too much. I felt like the rose, let me spray this one. The rose is kind of like that more like mature rose. The favorite is one that a lot of people seem to like from the collection. The favorite does come in like that pretty sleek bottle. It is very, very feminine leaning. It has a lot of violet in there, so if you are a fan of violet, it could be a really good option for you. I do have to show you guys the packaging on these is really cute. I don't know where like the rest of this went, but it's really, really pretty packaging. There is like the miniature collection that I'll show you guys. I absolutely adore Penhaligon's marketing promotional material bottles. They have the most stunning presentation, the coolest marketing. I mean, it's just really, really, really amazing how cute everything is and the fun names. I mean, the names of Penhaligon's are really, really quirky, cute, really fun, kind of just different, you know. Penhaligon's is just a different type of brand. I just love, love, love the branding of Penhaligon's. I think it's really, really nice. So yeah, we have a lot to go through. That's why I'm kind of speeding it along. Lord George reminds me of like an old bookshelf. Like, it just kind of has this like mossy bookshelf like vibe to it. It's so weird, you guys. Lord George. I'm giving this to my husband and see if he likes it. Lord George smells like an old bookshelf with moss on it. Okay, so we had to go to the actual Penhaligon's website to look at more what's in here. So it was like inspired by shaving soap and warm rum. The head notes are gonna be brandy, the heart note is shaving soap, and then there's tonka bean in here too. A lot of people said in the reviews that they bought this thinking it was gonna be really like kind of clean and soapy based upon the notes, and they were kind of like taken aback. It's just an interesting scent, I think, for very niche lovers. You may love it. If you have smelled this and you wear this or you love it, leave a comment down below. I'm curious to know your thoughts on this scent, how you tend to wear it, and kind of your thoughts on this particular fragrance. It's just a very unique, very interesting fragrance, especially with that shaving soap. To me, it smells like a mossy, kind of oaky bookshelf in like a haunted mansion, but you may have a different idea of what this smells like to you. Quercus, I think that's how you pronounce it, is the Eau de Cologne from Penhaligon's inside of this discovery set, and it's actually really nice, very refreshing, very clean, very masculine. But to me, it's kind of basic. Like, this is something that, this is like what I mean by, I feel like Penhaligon's is kind of like a designer. This is something that would be kind of like a Dior. Like, I would expect this from like Dior or like Versace or something like that. It's not something that I would pay niche pricing for, because it smells so like basic, clean, fresh, like any other cologne you could buy at like Sephora or Macy's. That it doesn't stand out enough for me to want to buy this, to run out and buy this. It just doesn't make sense, but it is really nice. If this was designer pricing, I would consider buying one of these for my husband. The next one we're sniffing is Blanche Bouquet. This one is very interesting. I'm getting like, there's got to be like a lemon or some sort of citrus in the top of it, but there's something interesting in here. I'm gonna look this one up. So this one is for men, knew that right away. You could potentially wear this as a woman, but it does lean more masculine. And I was right, there's lemon in here. It is pretty lemony, but with the mix in here, it's very hard to figure out what the other notes were. And so it's gin mixed with lemon, black pepper, and pine. It's really interesting. This would be really good in like a crisp kind of like fall, spring, maybe even summer. It smells clean, but it's not like squeaky clean. Like it has with that black pepper in there and like a little bit of that pine. I feel like this kind of brings you on, like, this reminds me of like something that someone at like a country club would wear while golfing. Like it has that kind of essence to it where it's like an elevated experience. It's definitely niche. It's good. This one's really good. It's just very, very, very unique. You'd have to be into unique scents to really like this one. If you've worn this, let me know down in the comments. Again, it's the Blanche. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like Blanche Bouquet. And I can see as it's drying down, it picks up on this like crisper note as well. It's probably the pine coming through a little bit more. So that black pepper kind of dissipates and then you're left with this like lemony pine, which is really quite pleasing. But it's not like a cleaning solution, if that makes sense. The next one we're gonna smell is the Eddie Mion Concentrate Eau de Parfum. This one's very interesting. Almost smells like I like it. I'm intrigued by it, but I can't put my finger on it, and it almost smells kind of plastic. It almost smells kind of synthetic. I love the way that Penhaligon'S writes their descriptions. It's just so cute. This one's classical, elegant, befitting of Zeus's most handsome son. Oh, a sparkle of bergamot dances off suede, coffee, and geranium. An eau de cologne for the ages. Who can resist such a man as this? This one, Coffee Break, Mason. I have it in here, hang on. Coffee Break by Mason Margiela, the replica collection. This one is sweeter than this one. Obviously this one's more feminine leaning, but they almost are like brother and sister. This is actually like I feel like this would be a compliment to Coffee Break. So say you were, you know, wanting to buy a gift for your husband and you liked Coffee Break and you wanted something that smelled kind of similar, so they're a good one. Or vice versa, if you're a guy who loves this scent and you wear this scent often, this one would be probably a pretty good one for a gift for your wife, girlfriend, sister, whatever, whoever is the female in your life. This would be a good compliment. It does have that same note and that same kind of like DNA as the Mason Margiela Coffee Break, which is really interesting. As soon as I smelled it, I'm like, this smells like something. But it does definitely smell synthetic, which is how I feel of Coffee Break as well. Okay, so we finally got through one discovery set, and that's the Scent Library. We are done with that bad boy, and now we are moving on to the mini collection. I'm going to talk really quick about these because these are all kind of repeats that were in the collection. So if you do decide to pick this up to try it out, you're getting the Favorite, Elizabeth Rose, Halfeti, Penhaligon, Empresa, and Luna. So these are kind of like the best sellers. And they're just in like the cute Dauber bottles. So these guys are gonna be the, by the way, Penhaligon'S was established in London in 1870, so I was wrong on that. But these ones are gonna be 5 mls. So these are gonna be the 5 ml bottles. Super cute, great for travel. Now we're gonna get into the next scent library. This is gonna be the animal collection. So this is the portrait collection. That's what they call the animal head collection. And I've worn a few of these already. And I feel like there's not like a ton of reviews about the portrait collection online. I tried to find some other people's opinions on it, so I would love to hear if you guys have reviews. Leave them down below because I'm curious to see what you guys think about these as well. I love hearing other people's opinions on things. I think it's just so interesting how fragrance is so subjective and has different like memories attached to things. It has different experiences for every single person. So I find that to be so enthralling, like so unique about perfume. So the first one we're gonna smell is William Penhaligon. This one's really good. This one's really good. This one's masculine. It's almost kind of like there's like a little bit of a greener note in there, but it's like very strong, kind of like woodsy greener. Like a true like masculine embodiment. There's almost like this spiciness to it, but it's still fresh. It's really, this one's really, 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 really delicious. I would like to smell this one on my husband and see how it wears on him. I've actually had quite a bit of people asking for Mark's favorites, and you guys say that you want to hear from him. So I don't know if it's because like I bore you to death with my opinions, but a lot of you are like, hey, we want to know what you like on him, but we really want to hear from him too. Like we want to hear what he likes best. So as you guys know, my husband's not very, very, very big into perfume, but he is into niche scents. So for him, he does have a lot of classic. When we started going, you know, to boutiques together, he started getting into the niche world, and he actually has a very, very, very developed niche nose, where he goes for very exotic, very interesting fragrances. His latest choices, and I'm just gonna share these with you guys really quick, and let me show you these because I don't want to forget about this. His latest choices in the niche world that he picked out, Naomi Good Sir, Boy de SS, I think that's how it's pronounced. And it's a secluded chapel, blazing dusk, moments of grace, divine smoke, silent cantique. This one smells like a barbecue. That's why I say like Mark has such a developed palette when it comes to fragrance. He loves this fragrance. I can already smell it, and it's never been opened. He doesn't get to wear it often because his work does not allow him to wear like really exotic scents. He has to be more neutral, but he has fun when he can wear them, and this is definitely a fun scent. So he got the Naomi Good Sir recently, and he liked the others as well. So this was one that he really enjoyed. Slow Explosions is another one that he really enjoyed. He enjoyed Memo French Leather. Memo Irish Leather, I believe, was another one that he liked. Slow Explosions by Imaginary Authors looks like this. Smells kind of like rose and leather. It smells amazing on him. It's one that I like to smell on him. And then he picked out, I talked about this in my last, oops, almost dropped it. In my last video was the Fort and Manly. This is the Maduro. This one is incredibly niche. If you look up the reviews online, most people are like, it's too weird, it's too exotic. It's a really great perfume, and the way that it dries down on him smells absolutely insane. It smells really, really good. So just want to share with you guys some of the things that he has been loving. The next one I sprayed is Teddy, and this one's already kind of like headachy vibes. No. No wonder my reaction was so strong to this one. Amber, smoky, leathery, musky, balsamic, animalic, warm, spicy. Not so much my thing. If you like leather and smoke, you may really like this one, but the balsam gives it like this fresh kick to it. I don't know. And then there's ambroxan in the base. It has incense and leather and ambroxan. To me, it's a no-go. I'm honestly considering just throwing this away because I don't even want Mark to smell like this, but who knows, maybe it will smell really good on him. I will give him this sample, but I'm hoping he doesn't wear it around me, or I'm hoping that it dries down to be more pleasant on him. I'm gonna warn him before he just goes in and sprays this on his wrist, because this one is very, you gotta really like that incensey type vibe. The next one we're smelling is Heartless Helen. And this is an extremely, extremely mature tuberose. Tuberose and white floral. It's pretty. This reminds me of something else that we smelled recently together. That was tuberose based. Again, it's nothing that, to me, this doesn't smell like a high quality niche fragrance. It smells like you could almost wear like Dior The One, and it's kind of like that, to be honest. Like, we're just being honest in this review and in every review, but this one doesn't give me like have to have it tuberose vibes. It's kind of bland and just kind of nothing too special. But if you love tuberose and you like more of that like true tuberose, that more mature tuberose, you may really like this one. And it has a cool bottle. So, oh my god, I think I found my husband's new favorite smell. I think he's really gonna like this one, and I really like this one. It almost smells kind of candy like. You guys, this is like a gourmand for men. It is delightful. So this one, let me see what's in here. So this is Mr. Sam. So it's the Blazing Mr. Sam. I might actually buy this for his birthday or Father's Day. This is really good. Cardamom and cinnamon. Middle notes are saffron, cumin, and black pepper. And then tobacco, vanilla, cedar, and patchouli. Oh my god, you guys, this one is really, really good. This one came out in 2018. And this is just really amazing. I cannot stop smelling this, you guys. I am so curious. I cannot wait for him to come home and smell this. It's really, this is really good. This one is truly a unique perfume. This is the Revenge of Lady Blanche. It's floral. It's almost kind of like dizzyingly like floral in like the weirdest way, you guys. I don't even know how to describe this. Like, this one's like a kind of a fresher floral. Definitely not a white floral. This would not appeal to everybody. I'm picking up on a little bit of iris in there, but it's interesting. I've actually never smelled anything quite like this. It almost smells like there's a little bit of grass in there. A little bit of like something warm and kind of spicy. So the notes in this one are hyacinth, iris flower, and narcissus. And this one's just very, very unique. I feel like if you like very unique florals, and you don't mind like iris, you don't mind that narcissus, this would be a really interesting fragrance for you. It kind of has that, I guess it's like a prominent yellow flower. I could even see if you like tuberose, you may even like this one as well. It's kind of like almost in that same type of family, if that makes sense, but it's a really interesting floral. For me personally, I'm already developing a little bit of like a headache. It makes me feel a little bit dizzy because I think I just can't with too much narcissus. Makes me feel a little ill. But it's an interesting fragrance. I just personally wouldn't wear this one. Okay, so this one is the Much Ado About the Duke. This one's very, very soft. This one's more, I could see this one being closer to the skin. This would be good for like office, or if you work a job where you can't wear cologne. Oh, this one's really beautiful, you guys. This one's very, very soft. I'm picking up on a slight juniper berry. It's not like that other one, the juniper sling, at all. That one was very like in your face juniper berry, very gin vibe. This one's a very soft gin, a very fresh, it kind of adds like a fresh kick to it. It's warm, it's more of like a skin scent. This is really, really, really nice. There's like a slight floral woody smell in this one. I really, really like that. I could see my husband wearing this one to work because it's just really not offensive. It's just really nice. Like, this just smells really like clean and fresh, but just warm, really warm. This one's very, very beautiful. The next one is Changing Constants. This one is one that so many people I know love. This one is a gourmand. It's a caramel, sexy gourmand. There's like some crisp note in here though that I can't quite get around. And it's in quite a few of the Penhaligon'S, and maybe this is why this house in particular isn't my favorite house. But there's a scent that's like tied in here like throughout pretty much the whole entire collection that to me just feels very much not like a high-end scent. And I pick it up on here. It kind of smells like a blueberry crumble in a way with caramel on it. But it doesn't smell expensive. When I'm spending $300 on a bottle, I want it to smell very high-end. I want the notes to smell very crisp and clean. This smells very like synthetic to me. I think that's really what it is there's like a very, it almost smells like low-grade synthetic perfume notes, like material. And I guess I'm a little spoiled because I've smelled so many incredible scents, that going to a scent collection that has, like, I may have loved this when I first started getting into fragrance, but I guess I know too much now. Like, I've smelled too many things to find this to be worth the price point, is what I'm saying. I think you could find a lot of other interesting scents. I think you could find some really great designer scents that would almost be even better than a lot of these. So I just can't really get behind it. But Changing Constants, I know a lot of people love this one. I've heard people blind buying this one. I would not blind buy unless you're a true gourmand lover and you're open to new experiences, because this one does have a really odd synthetic note in here that I can't see everyone loving. But if you're into blind buying, I guess try it out. But this one I would definitely say go to a counter, use a scent company that does decants, but I wouldn't necessarily blind buy this. And I actually almost did blind buy a full bottle of this, and I'm so glad I didn't, because this would have just sat and collected dust. It's a beautiful bottle, but. And our last and final, we have Yasmin, the Bewitching Yasmin. So I think this is a jasmine one, just judging on the name. Oh, this one's good. This one, it does have kind of a medicinal top note. But this one's good. It's kind of like a spicier, very like warm and spicy, but the top notes are going to be cardamom and coffee. The middle notes are jasmine and fir. The base notes are going to be Tahitian vanilla, Laotian oud, and incense. And the incense doesn't bother me at all in this one. I really love this. This is really pretty. This one, you definitely, the oud does come through, especially once it's starting to kind of like dry down now. And it is a bold oud. So if you are into ouds, this would be a good one if you like more of like that white floral oud. This is a great option. But if you're not into ouds, I wouldn't pick this one because the incense with the oud definitely starts to come through and it almost kind of smells leathery. Like this one kind of has like a leather type scent to it when it's starting to dry down. This almost reminds me of French leather or silent explosions. This one smells kind of like if it were in between silent explosions and French leather, it would be this guy. This one's really good though. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that this was fun for you. I know we went through like a million things. This is gonna be a really long video. But Penhaligon'S, not a house where I would turn to necessarily, especially at the price point, to buy my next full-size bottle, but it's a great house, and there was a lot that I loved that were for men that my husband would probably really enjoy. So I'm going to, you know, keep the option open. Love the bottles, but some of the juice for the women is just, it's a little too out there for me, or it's like, I don't know, it's just mixed weird. Something about it, can't quite get down with it. But I hope you guys liked this review. If you did, please think about subscribing, hit like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.